Banquet is dedicated to the memory of three original directors of the ACBF, Ed Luman, John Placilla, Hall of Fame coach Ed Armstrong, and another Hall of Famer, Diane Davis. On this day, we are here to recognize and honor the outstanding basketball players, coaches, officials of the past and present. The ACBF would like to congratulate all the young men and women who represented their schools, communities, and their families with great class this year. We would also like to acknowledge Coach Osborne and Coach Taylor and the boys and girls teams from Lakeside High Schools. They've had to overcome many obstacles in the last couple years. The ACBF would also like to congratulate our new Hall of Fame inductees. And at this time, we would like to recognize any current Hall of Famers who are present today. Would you please stand and be recognized? So if you are in the Hall of Fame, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. This is a great day for Ashtabula County basketball, and we hope you enjoy this special day. At this time, I'll call on Deacon Nick Irochi to give the invocation.
Let us bow our heads. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time of fellowship. We thank you for this opportunity to gather and to remember, to recall those times when we've succeeded in this incredible game that you've blessed us with, and the times that we've lost, those defeats, those times when we were wondering, just why we lost, and those difficult times that we faced. Lord, we come together to honor those who are coming into the Hall of Fame. We ask that you continue blessing them and their families. May they have a wonderful evening. We thank you for the students and their coaches, those who have committed their lives to building the youth and building character in the youth, and having them love this incredible game that you've created. Lord, as we prepare ourselves to eat, let us remember as we're partaking of the food that you've blessed us with, let us remember those who are homeless, those who are hungry, those who are isolated, and those who are without companionship. Help us, Lord, to be your hands and feet as we leave this building after having a wonderful evening. Thank you, Jesus, and we pray it all in your precious name. Amen.
Okay, it is time to eat. There will be someone at your table to dismiss you. And then we'll get started right after the dinner. Thank you.
Good afternoon. The Founders Award was established in 2024 by trustees Nick Irochi and Mike Joslin. They wanted to recognize people and organizations that went above and beyond the call of duty for our foundation. 70 years ago, the East Ashtabula Club was formed as a social club and a place for locals to relax. In 2004, the East Ashtabula Educational Assistance Corporation, or known as EAEAC, was formed to assist worthy causes in the area, and especially by raising funds to assist students in their continuation of their education. The original group's president, Dave Farina, is here today. Dave, would you please join me on stage? In the last 3 years, the EAEAC board has raised over $100,000 in each, and in each year, 20 high school seniors have received $1,000 scholarships. Also receiving financial support are several food pantries. Be careful, Dave. Good, okay. Also receiving financial support are several food pantries, law enforcement agencies, Adams Angels, the Touchdown Club, and our Ashtabula County Basketball Foundation. We thank Dave Farina and the EAEAC Board for their generous support and are proud to present Dave with our Ashtabula County Basketball Foundation's Founders Award. Good job. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So each year, the Ashtabula County Basketball Foundation has a few different fundraisers throughout the year that generate scholarship funds for all of our athletes. My personal favorite is our youth tournament that we host every year, not only to generate funds, but also to showcase and display the future athletes that we have that'll someday be sitting up here. This year, each team that wins, they get medals at the tournament, but then they're also invited to attend the banquet. Our winner in the 5th grade division for girls was Conneaut. They weren't able to be here today. Our winner in the 5th grade division for boys was Jefferson. They also couldn't attend. And also the winner in the 6th grade girls was Jefferson. They couldn't be here either. Our winner of the 6th grade boys division was Edgewood, and we have some members of that team, so if you can come up to the stage at this time. So we have our coaches, Eric Bibler and Terry Schlake, and then the players that are representing Edgewood today here are Grayson Bibler, Rocco Schlake, Jackson Drake, and Avante Lewis. Congratulations, guys. All right, Grayson, you gotta give a speech. You gotta give a speech.
To be inclusive of all Ashtabula County basketball, it's very important to honor the hard work and successes of another outstanding organization in Ashtabula County. The Ashtabula County Special Olympics continues to grow, to evolve, and give our athletes opportunities through sports to build friendships, compete, learn new skills, and build confidence and pride amongst themselves. Currently, there's over 150 athletes competing in 6 different sports, and that number of athletes is growing daily. They currently have over 50 bowlers. They have cheerleaders who took 2nd place at state. They have swimmers, and of course they have their basketball and softball skills teams that also compete at the state level. This past February, Edgewood held a 9th annual Special Olympics fundraiser. They raised over $10,000 for the Ashtabula Special Olympics program, and I'd like to share a message to show the value of these activities in our community. This is from their cheer coach. She started volunteering in 2023. Soon after, our former cheer coach had to step down for some health reasons. At that time, she was taunted with the fact of having to have a cheer squad for the state competition, as well as perform at halftime of an Edgewood High School basketball game. What she realized the night of the Edgewood fundraiser is what a great support system the Special Olympics has in our community. Not only were they blessed with many donations, but they were blessed with pure kindness. To experience the interaction between athletes is beyond words. When you see a typical athlete who's helping one of our athletes dribble, learn to shoot, or yelling their name for encouragement, it's truly inspiring. When you see our cheer squad learning cheers from other high school cheerleaders and showing without any individuals looking at individual disabilities, it's amazing. She's in her 3rd year of coaching and has seen how much our athletes look forward to participating in activities like this throughout our county. Once again, we want to thank them for being a big part of our Ashtabula County basketball tradition. We have members of our Special Olympics here in the back. If you guys would please stand and be recognized. Once again, thank you for being a part of Ashtabula County basketball, and thank you for joining us today.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Before we get to meeting the ACBF Player of the Year nominations for 2026, we'd like to introduce the first team All-County for the boys and the girls as selected by the Star Beacon. So we'll start with the ladies. Ladies, when I call your name, if you could stand, and we'll cheer for you at the end. Coach of the Year from Grand Valley, Zach Surine. Player of the Year, Carly Cray from Edgewood. The rest of the first team, Chloe Turk from Grand Valley, Annie Johnston from Edgewood, Faith Venzel from Edgewood, Riley Rowland from Grand Valley, Alexis Kaiser from Conneaut, and Alexis Warner from Conneaut. Congratulations, ladies. Okay, now for the boys. Co-coaches of the year, from Geneva, Connor Zimmer, and from Lakeside, Willie Osborne. Player of the year, from Geneva, Caden Proy. And the rest of the first team, Justin Britton from PV, Jerez Osborne from Lakeside, Carter Turk from Grand Valley, Logan Mizak from Edgewood, Nate Cesar from Geneva, and George DeZura from Jefferson. Congratulations, guys. We're a little short-handed this year. We got a lot of guys playing AAU basketball, so you see some missing faces. So we wish them well in their tournaments. Okay, now on to the ACBF Player of the Year nominations. We'll start with the girls again. If you could, players, if you could stay standing until we get through the list, I would appreciate it. From St. John, Milani Johnson and Coach Nick Irochi. From Pymatuning Valley, Sadie Paul and Coach Michael Cole. From Lakeside, Denasia Hawley and Coach Julie Taylor. From Jefferson, Abby Fike and Coach TJ Furman. From Grand Valley, Chloe Turk, Coach Zach Surine. From Geneva, Isabel Stocker and Coach Emily Vossers. From Edgewood, Carly Cray, Coach Randy Venzel. And from Conneaut, Alexis Kaiser and Coach Nicole Grimmett. Congratulations, ladies. Okay, from the boys, from Conneaut, Jacob Thompson and Coach Joe Dunn. From Edgewood, Logan Mizak, Coach Jay Bowler. From Geneva, Caden Proy and assistant coach Christian Schlatt. From Grand Valley, Carter Turk and Coach Justin Turk. They're both at AAU right now. From Jefferson, George DeZura and Athletic Director Greg Jahola. Thanks, Greg, for coming. From Lakeside, Jerez Osborne and Coach Willie Osborne. Sitting up front here, Jerez is at a tournament today, as well as another key player from Lakeside, Luis Flores. Welcome, Luis. From Pymatuning Valley, Justin Britton and Coach Ryan Shantz. And from St. John, Chase Newsom and Coach Curtis Turner. Congratulations, guys. All right, I like your enthusiasm, ma'am. Now, you're ready to meet the class of 2026 for induction into the Ashtabula County Basketball Foundation, as I know I am. Hall of Famers, please come on and join me up here. Use mine. Okay, let's get started. Our first Hall of Famer played point guard for a pair of ACBF Hall of Fame coaches, Bob Walters and John Higgins. He started for 4 years and was twice a first-team All-Ashtabula County and All-NEC selection, averaging 21 points a game as a senior. This multi-sport athlete also excelled in football for the Panthers. Being heavily recruited and offered scholarships by most of the Big Ten schools, he decided on Northern Illinois, where he played quarterback, wide receiver, and running back for 4 years. After college, he coached football for 23 years, including 13 at the NCAA Division II level, and he's been employed in various roles with Ashtabula area city schools for the last 22 years. Please welcome to the Ashtabula County Basketball Foundation Hall of Fame, Sean Allgood. Sean is unable to join us today, but another Panther Hall of Famer will receive this for Sean, Don Zappatelli.
On behalf of Sean, I want to thank the Hall of Fame for this award. He's unable to be here today due to a family emergency, but it was a pleasure watching Sean play. Growing up, watching him a few years younger than I was at the gym with his brothers, constantly playing, and just him coming back to the community, giving back to the students in Ashtabula as well as across the county is always a great accomplishment. So this is on behalf of Sean Allgood.
Okay. This star guard played on one of Pymatuning Valley's first girls teams, coached by ACBF Hall of Fame coach Beth Helfer. She averaged double digits in scoring. It was an all-GRC selection for the Lakers, who went unbeaten in the regular season in 1975-76. She attended Kent State University for a year before returning to Ashtabula County, where she worked in law enforcement, security, and the restaurant business, including the last 29 years for Red Lobster in Ashtabula, her 29th anniversary being yesterday. The next member of the 2026 Ashtabula County Basketball Foundation Hall of Fame, please welcome Kyle Barnes.
Good afternoon. I didn't expect to be here, but I'm blessed, and I like seeing everybody here. I just want to say that I never expected this honor, and it truly is a blessing. I never wanted to be a star, but I did want to be a winner. That's why at the end of my junior year, I suggested to my teammates that we attend a basketball camp in the Pocono Mountains. And to that, we came back and excelled and went undefeated, the first undefeated team for Ashtabula County. I'm very proud of my maroon and gold. I stand for that. And I'm also very proud to have been a Red Lobster server and certified trainer and supervisor at Red Lobster, which was my anniversary yesterday. Many great friends and families to which that I have been accomplished or been associated with. I'd like to thank Robert Hitchcock, who nominated me for this great honor, my coach Beth Helfer. I was a participant in track and softball to Joanne Meckling. I appreciate you as well. And Chris Lyrick, who wrote my amazing story. Thank you very much. Thank you to the foundation.
This Geneva Eagle starred on ACBF Hall of Fame player and coach Brad Ellis's best team, the 2001-2002 Eagle squad, which went 19-4 and won the NEC championship and reached the Division I district finals. He was named Star Beacon Ashtabula County Player of the Year in his senior season. An all-county and NEC performer in football as well, he had a decision to make for college. Edinburgh assistant coach and Ashtabula County Football Hall of Famer Jim Henson persuaded him to join the Fighting Scots for a very successful 4-year run on the gridiron. He received his doctorate from Northern Illinois University and holds the title of Executive Director of Data, Research, and Accountability at West Aurora School District in Illinois. Joining the class of 2026 into the Ashtabula County Basketball Foundation Hall of Fame, Tom Davidson.
First, I want to thank the foundation for this opportunity. I really appreciate the vote into this. And then secondly, congratulations to the other nominees and the inductees into the Hall of Fame. When they said you had about 3 minutes to talk, I'll try to keep this real short, but I kept going back to a certain word as I thought about my time playing basketball and just sports in general, and it was standards. And I was lucky enough to start my basketball career with a Hall of Fame member himself, Coach Ernie Pascalone. He led me in biddy basketball, and he always kept a standard. And every Sunday night in Geneva, we'd try to go up and we'd play basketball at the high school. And there was a bunch of older gentlemen, I would say. They were probably in their 30s or 40s. They thought they had a standard. The young kids thought we were always better, but it never was that. But he wouldn't let us play when we were too young. And he would tell us, there's a standard here that you have to live up to. You can't just show up because you're a kid here and you get to play. I then went, and Coach Ellis became the head coach of boys basketball. And that was probably the scariest year of my life because all we heard were all the scary things of Coach Ellis and how he screamed and yelled. And, I was a lowly little freshman at that time. And, when he came in, he changed the standard of Geneva basketball. I'll never forget first practice, he's cutting seniors who played the year before. And, as a freshman, I'm like, I'm going to get cut. I don't know how this is going to work out if he's cutting seniors. And he held a standard for us. And it didn't matter who we played. It didn't matter how we played. It was the standard, and if we didn't live up to it, then we were going to hear about it. Sometimes we heard about it more than others, but that was the standard. The last person that I've been lucky enough to have in my life is my father. He is also someone who, the standard is the standard, and you better live up to the standard, whatever it might be. So if I can leave anybody with advice, and my two little guys there, they hear it all the time. It's not about who we play. It's about us. It's about how we play. It's about us getting better all the time. So just want to thank everybody, thank the Hall of Fame and the induction class again, and thank you.
We like to hear those stories about Coach Ellis, what a wonderful human being he was as a coach. Our next Hall of Famer is being recognized for his accomplishments as a coach at Pymatuning Valley and Jefferson. As a coach, only because he grew up in Pennsylvania. As one of the all-time greats at Blackhawk High School, he helped lead his team to 2 state championships before starting at Geneva College in New York. Jeff Medic, one of his high school coaches, recruited him to teach and coach at PV. There he posted a 107-27 win-loss record from 03 to 09, which included 3 conference championships, 3 sectional championships, and a district title. He later coached for 2 years at Jefferson and is currently the interim superintendent for Jefferson area schools. Please welcome and join us in congratulating the next inductee to the Ashtabula County Basketball Foundation, Jeremy Huber.
Just a few words. First off, thank you to the ACBF and for this award. Thank you to Chris Larrick and the Star Beacon. A lot of my success sometimes was propaganda in the Star Beacon, and I appreciate all the wonderful stories through the years. Congratulations to the other award winners. I remember Miss Helfer when I was at Pymatuning, so congratulations to all the other award winners. Thank you to Mr. Jahola. He's out in the community a lot. He's reffing games. I haven't had a chance to play pickleball with him. He's 15 years older than me, and we played one night, and he beat me 15 straight games. And I think he went home and nominated me after that night out of sympathy, and I'm standing here because of that. But in all seriousness, I'm here today. I was fortunate enough at Pymatuning Valley to coach some very special teams. Our 07-08 team, we were 1 game away from getting to that elusive Final Four in Columbus. And I need to recognize 2 star players from that team, Corey Shantz, Steve Sable. They played 4 years of college basketball, which is hard to do, to fulfill those 4 years, but they both were able to do that. They were fun to watch. I'd have people from outside Andover tell me how enjoyable they were to watch. And they were a true dynamic duo. So we had a heck of a run, and we went from a 1-20 team to a 21-1 team. And we went from like an Ashtabula County doormat to, hey, we're coming right after you. We're going to go to Warren Harding. We're going to go to Garfield Heights, and we're going to try to compete with the best teams that we can. So I really thank my former players. I'm only up here because of my former players and my coaches and the community. The community was awesome. In those district championships, you'd come out and the stands were just filled, and they would just stand up, and it was quite a thrill. So, also, I do want to accept this award, too, on behalf of Jeff Meddock. Andy mentioned him. He was a PV principal, superintendent. He was my assistant coach. He was my superintendent and my assistant coach. So we had this dynamic. But he brought me to Ashtabula County, along with Ryan Shantz, who's a PV coach, and Neil Croston. He coaches football and baseball, Pymatuning. He brought us here and he had this vision of, some athletic success, and he laid quite a foundation at Pymatuning. He passed away in 2008, age 38, brain aneurysm, right before the start of the season. But he really left a lasting impact. And I know it's cliche about making a difference, but that guy made a difference. And I accept this award with gratitude for what he did. And then before leaving, I want to thank my family. My wife and my dad and my father-in-law are back there. Thank you. Win or lose, they're always there for you. So thank you. And again, thank you to the foundation, and congratulations to all the other inductees. Thank you.
Okay, this next inductee starred for the Warriors under Coach Kevin Andrzejak from 02 to 05. He averaged 15.2 points and 9.6 rebounds per game during his spectacular senior season and was named Star Beacon All-Ashtabula County Player of the Year. He played college baseball as a first baseman at Baldwin-Wallace, starting for 4 years and setting several school records, including RBIs, doubles, and putouts. After graduation, he went to work at Westfield Insurance and has been employed there for 16 years. In addition, he and good friend Phil Wentworth have a hunting and fishing show on YouTube called Weekend Woodsman. I watched that this morning. I know now how to call a turkey. Thanks, Ryan. So check it out. Please welcome to the Ashtabula County Basketball Foundation Hall of Fame, Riley Kreischer.
Thank you to the foundation for this great honor. Very much appreciate it. It's amazing. I grew up watching Steve Cray play, and was something I'll never forget. It was always a magical time at Edgewood Gym. Congratulations also to the other inductees. I want to thank my family. We've got more people here, the love and support that you're sharing than we usually have for a family reunion. So I really do appreciate that, especially my wife, who is currently out there trying to keep a baby quiet. And I want to take this opportunity to, tell my boys, who are still young enough to listen to me, that as you embark on your sports career, always make sure that you have fun, and especially in the face of adversity, find the positive. So it's something that I've really struggled with as a father, to try to always embrace that. It's something that's come easily to me. It's very hard to teach your children. So I'm appreciating that very much. And then finally, I want to thank my parents, who've always been there for me. They're here now. And honestly, now that I've got young kids, I hope that I can be the same parent to them that they were to me. So thank you.
Okay. After his family moved from Cleveland to Andover, this Hall of Famer starred for the Lakers under Hall of Fame coach Bob Hitchcock. He now joins his brother Maurice in the ACBF Hall of Fame. He averaged double figures in scoring and rebounding, was a first-team All-Ashtabula County and All-ESC selection, and played collegiately for both Teal and Dyke. After college, he returned home to begin his professional career and spent several years coaching at his alma mater, Pymatuning Valley. Today, he works at Comcast Xfinity, a streaming and telecommunications company. On behalf of the Ashtabula County Basketball Foundation Board of Directors, congratulations, Hall of Famer Alan McDonald.
Thank you very much. I want to say thank you to the board, obviously, for this great nomination. This is not something that I expected or had planned for, but it's certainly overwhelming and humbling. I appreciate Andy, who did not mention the time that we played against each other in college, and he looked down at the foul line and said, "Hey, Alan, you forgot your socks." And I said, "Yes, I did," and of course they went on to win handily after that. I think I'm 0 for 9 against you, Andy. I'll get you one day. One day I'll get you. If I want to talk about anything, I guess it's blessings. Not always as you go through life do you acknowledge the blessings that you're given or even are aware of those blessings. But as you look back, you know, I was blessed with parents who sacrificed their time and their livelihoods to give me an opportunity that was unique. So I tried to take advantage of that opportunity, and they assisted in every way. I was blessed to have a leader as a coach in Bob Hitchcock, who, you know, he's led many individuals. I know that he and I have a special relationship. We not only got to be player coach, but we also got to be co-coaches and had success in both ways. And he's made an impact on my life that I could never articulate. I don't have the words to articulate that. I'm blessed with friends who are sitting in this location right now. I've known them for 47 years, Scott and Jimmy. And without them, I'd have ran into so many more walls and had a whole lot less opportunities, and they kept me guided and straight as best they could, and they continue to this day. I'm blessed with a beautiful family, a beautiful wife, kids who are intelligent and loving with big hearts. So I just want to acknowledge those blessings, not to mention my brother who led the way in this and, you know, showed me the way, you know, where he's at today. I acknowledge him as well. And I also, congratulations to the other recipients. This is an honor that goes beyond words. So I don't have them, so I just want to say thank you and appreciate you coming today. And this will be unforgettable. Never forget this. Thank you.
This Hall of Famer was a star athlete in basketball and softball at Conneaut High School, but graduated before Title IX significantly impacted girls' sports at the high school level. That didn't stop her and her teammates from winning unofficial league titles along the way, however. While raising her family, she decided to take up officiating basketball. 33 years later, she is still excelling on the court. In 2024, she earned the right to officiate an OHSAA girls state final game. And in 2025, she was recognized as the Girls Basketball Official of the Year from the OHSAA. In recognition of her dedicated service as a respected basketball official, please welcome Ashtabula Basketball Foundation Hall of Famer Becky Olmstead.
Yes, a referee does need their glasses. I would like to thank the ACBF board members for the nomination and the honor of my induction into the Ashtabula County Basketball Foundation Hall of Fame class of 2026. This award that I'm accepting today would not be possible without the encouragement and continued support that I have received from my husband Michael, my children, my brothers and sister, and my grandchildren. I would also like to acknowledge and thank all the numerous officials that I have had the pleasure of refereeing with over these last 33 years. As Andy said, over these last 33 years, I have officiated numerous sectional, district, and regional boys and girls basketball tournament games, and in 2024, I was informed by an email that the Ohio High School Athletic Association that I was selected to officiate a Division IV state final contest, which will always be a rewarding experience. As a basketball official, you know as well as I do that 50% of the fans love you and 50% not so much. It's a challenge to officiate this ever-changing game, But after 33 years, continuing to referee makes me happy, believe it or not. I would like to dedicate this award, along with my accomplishment, to my family and my fellow officials, as without them and their support on and off the court, I wouldn't be standing here today. Thank you so much.
And donates her time. See her walking back to the back to her chair over there. She's walking pretty well after doing what, 8 games? 8 games yesterday at a fundraiser along with my brother. That's awesome. Thanks, Becky. Our next Hall of Famer, Ryan Turner, was one of the leaders, along with Todd Estock and our own Tony Passinen, of ACBF Hall of Fame player and coach Dan Kraft's Harbor team during the 1996-97 season. He averaged 16 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 blocks per game, and was a first-team All-County and NEC selection as a junior, and helped lead Harbor to the district championship game that year. Opposing coaches called him a man playing amongst boys, and if you saw him play, you would agree. Tragically, we lost Ryan in an automobile accident in the spring of his junior year. Here to accept Ryan's plaque for his induction into the Ashtabula County Basketball Foundation Hall of Fame are Ryan's parents, Kathy Turner and Ray Barnes.
First of all, we'd like to thank the foundation for this honor, and it truly is an honor. I'd like to thank the other recipients. Mr. Higgins, my civics teacher, my senior year in high school. It's good to see you. Ryan was an exceptional athlete, and this honor is for his family, his brothers, sisters, his aunt. Very special. We had a lot of support during this tragic time. However, with everything that his accomplishments said, we're just honored. And this is not just for our family, it's for his teammates, his classmates, his schoolmates, because they all loved him for being himself. And it's an honor that we're just so proud of. Thank you.
Thank you.
This Jefferson Falcons started for 4 years for ACBF Hall of Fame coach Rod Holmes at shooting guard and small forward. She was a first-team All-County and All-NEC selection, and as a senior was MVP of the NEC ESC All-Star Game. She started her college career at Lakeland, then transferred to Wheeling Jesuit University for a year and West Liberty for her final year of college, and scored more than 1,400 career points during college. She now works as a project manager at International Paper in Madison. Congratulations to Ashtabula County Basketball Foundation Hall of Famer Candace Williams Ellsworth.
If I may borrow from my Star Beacon article a bit, I started playing basketball for 2 reasons. The first being my dad is my hero. His favorite sport is basketball, and I thought if I played, it would be something that we could share together. The second reason is that my grandparents, Dalton and Opal Williams, spent a lot of time talking to me about the important things in life, and a conversation that we had often was take care of your finances and get a college education. Both of my grandparents grew up during the Depression, and neither had the opportunity to finish high school, and they had always told me that they felt they had, if they had access to an education, they felt they could have been much more successful. I admired their wisdom, took to heart their advice, and I thought, how am I going to get a college education without going tens of thousands of dollars in debt for it? And that was where the goal to get a full athletic college scholarship through basketball was born. And believe me, the road to success was a bumpy one. I was met with a lot of adversity, obstacles, and heartbreak, but there were a lot of good things I learned also. I learned how to work hard for the things I really wanted, how to stand up and speak up for myself and others, and how to handle all different kinds of personalities. But probably the most important thing that basketball ever taught me was just how loved I really am. Because I didn't just have one or two people that supported me on my journey. I had an army, and some of those people in that army are here again tonight to support me 30 years later. And there are numerous stories that I could share with you about how any one of those people contributed to my success. But if I may, I'd like to share one story with you that exemplifies the love I experienced. It was my senior year, and it was game day. And I typically went home after school to grab something to eat and pack my gym bag, but on this particular day, I decided that I was going to drive through town and see if I could find my dad and say hello. Most of you that know my family know my dad, Ed, as the UPS guy, as he was the UPS man in Jefferson for nearly 20 years. As I'm driving through the center of town and I spot the big brown work truck and I see my dad jump out with a package under his arm and run in a full sprint into J.R. Hofstadter's The Family Jeweler. And just as soon as he gets inside, he comes right back out, jumps in his truck, and heads off to his next delivery. And I just kept driving. Because I realized in that moment that my dad had been working at a full sprint all day just to make it to my game on time that night. And then I realized that my dad had been working at that pace every day, every game day I had had since I was 12 years old. And I graduated high school, and I went on to play basketball at a college in West Virginia. And my dad continued to work at an even faster pace on game days because after work, he would then jump in his car, drive 3 hours to watch me play for an hour and a half, jump back in his car, and drive 3 hours home to get a few hours of sleep and then wake up for work the next day. And those grandparents I told you about earlier rode with him to every game he attended. They rarely missed a game and never once complained about the distance, drive, or being tired. They just always showed up for me. My grandparents are no longer with us, and I miss my opportunity to thank them for their support. But I'm so grateful I get the opportunity to thank my father for all the sacrifices he made so that I could achieve my goals. I know it wasn't easy, Dad, but I couldn't have done it without you. And this award belongs to you as much as it does me. And it took us 30 years to get here, but we did it. I'd also like to thank my siblings, my cousins, my Uncle Ron, the kahuna who was my biggest fan, and my friends who became family for their support. I'd especially like to thank my Aunt Sheila for asking me a few months back if I had been inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. And when I told her I hadn't been nominated, to my knowledge, she said she was going to take care of that because she felt I deserved the recognition. And lastly, thank you to the foundation for accepting that nomination and including me in this elite club with girls I grew up admiring like Anita Jersinko and Trixie Wolf. I appreciate you all, and you have no idea how much this means to me. Thank you.
Okay. This St. John graduate played for ACBF Hall of Famer Denny Barrier and averaged 19 points and 8 rebounds a game and was selected first team All-NEC and All-County during his senior year, a year the Heralds battled to an overall 500 record and claimed a sectional championship. After graduating from the John Carroll University and meeting his future wife, Jackie, they moved to California, where he secured a position with the Secret Service, retiring as a full-time agent in 2016. Boy, Joe, I hope you enjoyed this intro. Let's really hear it for the Ashtabula County Basketball Foundation Hall of Famer, Joe Whalen.
This won't take long. McElroy's already leading in the Masters, so relax. I want to congratulate my fellow inductees and say thanks to the Hall of Fame selection for selecting me. I want to thank two people today that helped me along the way in my basketball career. They're my parents. I had a Star Beacon paper route during middle school, and there was no way I could deliver that route in time following basketball practice. The paper had to be delivered by 6 or the phone would ring off the hook by a customer demanding that Star Beacon. I know Chris, you'll like that. Well, my mom took it upon herself to drive to the Star Beacon, get the papers for Route 409 thrown into our station wagon, and off she went to deliver my route on East 42nd Street. After that, she picked me up from practice, then headed home to make dinner for the family. This happened when I was in 7th grade at St. Joseph's School. During my 8th grade year for basketball practice, she must have spoken to a union rep because that person discussed with her the lack of pay she was receiving. There were no health benefits, no paid vacations, and no retirement plans with her newspaper job, so she quickly ended my Star Beacon career. My dad would shoot baskets in the driveway with my older brother and me, and would occasionally block the living room TV set from my sister's viewing by showing me how to box out and rebound. He really got me interested in playing basketball around 5th grade by taking me to my first high school basketball game at Ball Gymnasium in Ashtabula for a game against St. John. My only knowledge about the place at that time was that my dad had played for Coach Ball many years ago, and they had a weird metal shape of a guy doing a layup on the front of the building. That Friday night we went with a neighbor to the game at Ashtabula, and a cousin of mine, Pat Kilker, from last year's Hall of Fame class, was playing for St. John. I liked playing in all the gyms in high school, but Ashtabula's was different. The court was down in a pit, had everyone focused on you, and reminded me of the Roman Colosseum waiting for the gladiators to come out and compete. This place was packed with fans, cheerleaders were dancing, and then you had Ashtabula's high school band playing the popular song of the day, Shaft. I know all of you are going to hit Spotify on your cell phone, and if you don't know Spotify, ask your kids, because that's what I do. Anyway, next came these huge ball players running out into the court in these cool-looking sweats to warm up before the game. I turned to my dad and I said, I want to make that team in high school. I don't care if I can play, but if I could just get those cool warm-ups and come out running on the floor with the team with Shaft playing, I said, that would be awesome. So my dad smiled at me, and many years later I knew what he was thinking. I got 5 kids in this family, and this one is definitely going to need some work and needs to raise the bar on his goals. Well, he did help me raise the bar, and with the help of some great teammates and coaches along the way, I'm able to be up here today. So I want to say thanks again to the Hall of Fame committee for selecting me, and to my family and friends for being here today. I always enjoy coming back to my hometown, and all of you made a memorable one for me. Thank you.
Our next Hall of Famer played for ACBF Hall of Famer Paul Freeman at Conneaut, was a first-team selection on the All-County and All-NEC teams as a senior, averaging 15.1 points and a boatload of rebounds per game. A 3-sport star for the Spartans, he accepted a baseball scholarship to Edinburgh University. After college, he successfully entered the financial services and insurance business and, as he likes to say, never looked back. Please join us in welcoming to the Ashtabula County Basketball Foundation Hall of Fame, Tim Wheeler.
I would first of all like to say how thrilled I am to be here with such an illustrious group of people being inducted into the Hall of Fame. It is a great honor to be inducted with all of you. And I would like to thank my family for being here also. We have about 11 members of the Wheeler family here this evening. I appreciate them taking time to come out to support me. I told my 12-year-old grandson, Kobe, that I was being inducted into the Ashtabula County Basketball Hall of Fame. And he looks up at me, he says, "For what?" Kids have a way of keeping you humble. On behalf of my teammates, and my son Brad says, "Boy, that looks like it's the original piece of paper." This thing is 53 years old, so I brought it out. So on behalf of my teammates, Tim Humphrey, who I am so happy made it to this dinner today. He said he came up from Columbus just for me. I was so touched by his act of gratitude. Thank you very much, Tim. So we had Tim Humphrey, we had Carrie Gertis, Ron Grupke, Mike Harko, John Casati, John Stolson, Denny Sabo, Doug Simpson, Jim Lebzelder, Bill Dawson, Greg Lane, and we had coaches Don Barker and head coach Paul Freeman. On behalf of my teammates and myself, I would like to say thank you very much to the committee for my nomination. I am both humbled and honored. Thank you.
Okay, last but certainly not least, the team of the year. We've been doing this the last couple of years, inducting teams, and I couldn't wait for this team. Will the 1974 Harbor Mariners please come up here? Lose Ray. We had three former players, but Ray's hurting. Ray's got a sciatic situation, and so anyway, I think one of the best, if not the best, Harbor team ever. And guys, you inspired a lot of 8- and 9-year-olds back in the day. So the 1974 Mariners, coached by late ACBF Hall of Fame coach Ed Armstrong, and assisted by the late Bob Short, went 19-4, were NEC champs, won sectional and district championships at Warren Western Reserve High School, and advanced to the regionals at Canton Civic Center. The Mariners were paced by a pair of ACBF Hall of Famers, the late John Coleman and Jim Bradley, who's here today, along with fellow starters Ray Henton, Ray's here too, Matt Kent, Al Ziegler, and key reserves, six-man Dan Jahola, sophomore, super soft on that team, Doug Pardo, the foreign exchange student, Jeff Skarupa, Chris Cox, Byron Sargent, and Kevin Lilly. Ladies and gentlemen, Hall of Famers, the 1974 Harbor Mariners.
Dan, it's a pleasure being here. I was inducted in 2009, but I wasn't able to be here because I was living in Hawaii, living my life. So I'm grateful to be here now to accept this for our 73-74 Harbor basketball team, which, as Andy said, I think it was one of the best, if not the best team to come out of Ashtabula, not just Harbor. We had 2 future Player of the Years, 2 future Hall of Famers, and we have one more. It should be Ray Hinton, but he hasn't made it yet. Ray Hinton. This should be the next one that goes in. We had a good team. Our team was made up of John Coleman, myself, James Bradley, Ray Hinton, Alan Ziegler, Matt Kent, and sometimes Dan. Okay, our guys coming off the bench was Jeff Skarupa, Doug Pardo, Byron Sargent, Kevin Lilly, Chris Cox, and as again, Dan Jahola. As they say, we play for Coach Armstrong. At the time, I guess we didn't appreciate him as much as we probably should have. He came in, he took over a team, but that 73-74 team was coached by Larry Braga, 72-73. We were set to do a lot of things in which we accomplished a lot. Okay, no one thought, or we thought ourselves that we would go further, but we didn't. But that was all right. We made a name for ourselves, and being here today solidifies that, what I always thought, that we were one of the best teams to ever come out of here. I wish my other teammates could be here to say whatever they would have to say today, but I enjoyed playing with those players. And to say one more thing, because I bragged enough on that team, I think Coach Armstrong had 3 back-to-back. He had 74 John Coleman, Player of the Year, 75 myself, Player of the Year, and 77, which is my younger brother John Bradley, Player of the Year. He had all those 3 guys are all Hall of Famers, so Armstrong deserves a lot for what he did for those teams. So on behalf of the 73-74 basketball team, we thank you very much for having us here. We appreciate all you folks. Thank you.
Each year, the ACBF honors one of our officials, and this year, I'd like Richie Bellis to join me on stage. Richie has officiated basketball for 51 years, including numerous state tournament finals for both boys and girls. He has earned several noteworthy awards, including the Ohio High School Athletic Association 50-Year Award and the Northeast Ohio Basketball Officials Association Bud Ruland Award. Richie also officiates baseball and softball and has officiated soccer for 10 years, and he did football for a year. Richie is an avid farmer in Kinsman for 51 years, and he also has a son, Joshua, who is following in his footsteps and has officiated 11 years of baseball, 10 years of basketball, 1 year in college, and 9 years for soccer and 8 years for football. So it kind of runs in the family. So with pride, the ACBF is pleased to present Richie with the 2026 Officials Appreciation Award. Congratulations. So I think someone has the award. You want to say a few words?
Yeah, I'll just say a couple of things.
Okay.
I do really want to thank the foundation and NALAT for considering this for me. Considering what I've done here, I've had contact with everybody on the stage in some form or another, whether they were on this side or on this side. The one young lady that mentioned Beth Helfer and coaching with her, playing on her team. I started officiating in 1975, and I worked many games at Pymatuning Valley for Beth Helfer. Over the years, that's one thing that this officiating, it's just, I've enjoyed it so much. With the tournaments that I've done, I have, you call them friends. They're what you call 1 or 2 days a year friends all over the state because you've met so many people doing this officiating. I had a game this year, they were getting ready to do the announcements. A coach came up and put his arm around me. He says, "You refereed my games when I played here 41 years ago." This was at Brookfield High School. I said, "Yes, I did." And like I said, just finished 51 years, and I've got a schedule filling right up for year 52 next year. I enjoy it. I enjoy working for all of these people, and I hope I get to do a lot more. Thank you.
Several years ago, the Ashtabula County businessman David Flott from Edward Jones Financial Planning approached the Ashtabula County Basketball Foundation and wanted to give an award to a member of the senior class. His criteria simply said that the recipient was to be college-bound, solid academically, and involved in athletics and extracurricular activities. He also added that he wanted a really good person. Again this year, Jay Bowler, also from Edward Jones, has added to Mr. Flott's award, and we have 2 winners who will meet the original criteria. Both winners will receive $500. The first Edward Jones scholarship recipient attends Conneaut High School. She has a 3.8 grade point average and is involved in numerous school activities. Her coach, Heather Grimmett, says she is a team leader and often mentors underclassmen. This year, she was first team All-CVC and a member of the All-County First Team. The first Edward Jones Award goes to Alexis Kaiser. The second recipient attends Jefferson Area High School. He has a solid grade point average and is active in numerous school activities. His coach, Rob Pisano, said that he is proud of his development and it has been a pleasure to coach him. This year, he was second team All-CVC and first team All-County. The second Edward Jones Award goes to George Dzura. Good job. Congratulations. Good.
Anyone who knows me well knows I love a good story, especially one with a twist at the end. With that in mind, here are the selections for the girls and boys ACBF scholarship awards and the $500 stipend that goes with them. Since both are juniors, the $500 will be held in escrow for them. The girls ACBF scholarship winner recorded 14.2 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 2.3 assists for her team, which went 20-4 and won the NAC's championship. Before bringing her up to be recognized, let's look at the boys ACBF scholarship winner. This player scored 19 points per game and added 10 rebounds and 2.8 assists. He helped lead his team to a 20-win season in the tournament regionals. Both players were first team All-County and All-CVC selections. Both played for the same school, Grand Valley. Both, in fact, shared the same parents, Justin and Laura. And to top it all off, both shared the same small space for 9 months. I present the 2026 ACBF scholarship winners, twin siblings Chloe and Carter Turk.
Sorry, Chloe.
Thank you. Okay, you can give this to Carter, right? Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for all attending, and congratulations to the student athletes here today and all the newly inducted Hall of Fame members. I'm AJ Henson. I'm here to present the Tom Henson Memorial Scholarship. It was about 15 years ago when I was sitting up here in the same seats as you guys, and Coach Ellis was actually up here presenting, and he told a shaggy-headed young kid to enjoy that hair while he still could. Coach, I just wanted to let you know, I still am. Last year when I presented, my overall point was that I hope the scholarship represents consistency, whether it's off the floor, giving back 100 hours of community service to the youth programs in the community, in the classroom, achieving an astonishing 4.2 GPA, as well as leading her team on the floor to multiple statistical categories. This young lady shows up time and time again, consistently, for the people around her. Congratulations to this year's winner, Carly Cray of Edgewood. Thank you, sir.
Okay, we have two players that went over 1,000 points this year. First one is a junior. He was injured. His freshman year didn't play at all. So he's got 1,034 points after 2 years. So he's going to be passing a lot of people on this side of the room next year. Outstanding junior season, fantastic player, over 1,000 points. Carter Turk. Congratulations, Carter. Congratulations. Say congratulations to Carter. Our other 1,000-point scorer is a senior. Had a heck of a year, not only on the basketball court, but the football field. An amazing athlete. Won the CVC, was Player of the Year, as you heard, in the county. 1,091 points is what he ended up with. Caden Proy from Geneva.
It's my pleasure to present the Alumni Achievement Award for a young person who has graduated from the county schools. This year's award is a 22 Grand Valley graduate, went on to play 4 years at Muskingum University in Concord, Ohio. She helped guide her team to the most wins in a season in 18 years. She averaged 8 points per game as a senior and will be graduating with a nursing degree. This spring, the 22-6 Alumni Achievement Award goes to Courtney Hyvek. And unfortunately, did someone show up for Courtney? She was unable to attend, so she was the only one that was a senior that qualified for our award. Courtney Horvick.
I'm here to present the Ashtabula County Basketball Foundation Girls Basketball Coach of the Year. This coach guided his team to an exceptional 20-4 overall record, marking the most wins in a single season in program history. Under his leadership, Grand Valley captured the NAC championship, showcasing their consistency and high-level performance all year. His team also went on to secure the Division VI sectional championship and advanced to the district tournament for the first time in 11 years. For his efforts, Zach has also been rightfully recognized as the Ashtabula County Star Beacon Coach of the Year and the 2026 Northeast Lake District Division VI Coach of the Year, two very prestigious honors that reflect his excellence and respect across the region. But perhaps what describes Zach the most is humility and commitment to his players. In his own words, "It has everything to do with my girls. It's a reflection of all the hard work that they put in." Please join me in congratulating and honoring Coach Zach Sarine of Grand Valley High School as the 2026 ACBF Coach of the Year.
Yes, I'm here to recognize the ACBF's Boys Coach of the Year. This coach had a very successful year, led their team to a 21-5 record, 14-2 in the conference, and went 3 deep into the state playoffs. And that would be Justin Turk from Grand Valley. And so I guess, Chloe, you're going to come up again, right?
It is my honor to present the Ashtabula County Basketball Foundation Girls Basketball Player of the Year Award. This year's recipient is a standout student athlete whose performance, leadership, and character truly set her apart. This year's recipient, who is only a junior, put together an exceptional season, averaging 23.5 points, 8.4 rebounds, 2.1 assists, and 3.7 steals per game in the regular season alone. Her impact was felt on both ends of the court, and her consistency was a driving force behind her team's 15-8 overall record and second-place finish in the CVC Lake Division. Beyond the stats, she is known for her relentless work ethic, competitiveness, and coachability. These qualities earned her the respect of coaches across the county, who selected her as the Ashtabula County Player of the Year. She also earned first-team Division IV state honors, further recognizing her as one of the top players in the region. Tonight, we are proud to recognize her not only for her athletic accomplishments, but for her future as well. She will receive a $1,000 scholarship generously sponsored by the EAC. Please join me in congratulating the 2025-2026 ACBF Girls Basketball Player of the Year from Edgewood, Carly Cray.
Hi. First off, I'd like to thank the Ashtabula County Basketball Foundation for this amazing honor. I'm truly blessed to receive an award like this. I'd also like to congratulate all the other nominees and have a great season. I'd like to thank all my coaches, Randy Venzel, Jordan Venzel, Jason Aponte, Bubba Venzel, and Roman Venzel for making all of this possible. Truly couldn't have done it without any of them. A special thank you goes out to all of my teammates on a great season. It's been truly a season to remember, and I will always cherish it. To Annie and Faith, thank you for pushing me to be the best player and person I can be every day, and always believing me in as a teammate. You guys are truly the best teammates I could ever ask for. And last but certainly not least, I'd like to thank my family for always supporting me and always for being there for me throughout my career so far. I'm excited to see what next year holds. Thank you.
Congrats, Carly. She obviously gets her talent from her mother. I have the honor of presenting the Boys Player of the Year. This also comes with a $1,000 scholarship. This young man capped off a remarkable career with another outstanding season. He guided his team to the CVC Lake Division Championship and was also honored as the County and CVC Player of the Year. He averaged 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists, but more importantly was an outstanding teammate and leader. Congratulations to this year's winner, Caden Proy.
I'd like to thank the foundation for this award. It means a lot to me, and thank you. I know Coach Zimmer can't be here, but thank you to my coaches and him coming in and doing a great job this year. My teammates, couldn't ask for a better crew. We had a really good season this year, and last but not least, my parents and my family for always being there for all the games and everything. Thank you.
Okay, first of all, if you received an award or a scholarship today, please kind of hang around. I know they want to get some pictures of all of you. So again, we come to the conclusion of the 24th banquet. A ton of thank yous have to go out before I dismiss you today. First of all, the New Leaf Event Center for hosting us today. This is just a fabulous place, and it's been great since we've been here. Dave Martinelli, who is the event coordinator, and Jim Martinelli, the audio-visual coordinator, thank you very much for what you do for us. Sparky's Place for providing us with a great meal today. It was outstanding. Would like to thank Dave Flout and Jay Bowler of Edward Jones for their scholarships that they provide. For Carla Henson and the Henson family for their generous donation to our scholarship fund and their scholarship. The East Ashtabula Club that we honored at the beginning today for their $2,500 donations they give every year into our scholarship fund. Sports editors Mike Greco and Warren Dillway for their support and coverage of this event and the events during the season. The Gazette papers, and Brian Wessel is here, I believe. I want to thank him. He's always here, and he's at the senior event, the Senior Classic, and we appreciate his coverage. Chuck Guglielmo and Bob Shackle from Cognac Cable Access TV for conducting interviews today and covering our event. The county schools and booster organizations for their support to this organization. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the coaches, the players, and the officials, so thank all of you. Our loyal sponsors, Cray's Company Incorporated, Molded Fiberglass Company, Ashtabula County Nursing and Rehabilitation, Montrose Chevrolet, Montrose Power Sports, Alliant Insurance Services, and Ringer Screen Sport Print. Again, thank you for your support. Rob Simpson, Play It All Awards, for the great work he does in providing and donating some of these awards and what he does for our Senior Classic. These gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen over here, the ACBF directors, for their hard work and dedication to this organization. And again, I know a lot of people have done this already, but special shout out to Chris Larrick, his writing those Hall of Fame articles. He not only does it for us, he does it for the Touchdown Club, and he just does an amazing job. We appreciate all your work you put in, Chris. Tony Passinen for organizing our county youth tournament and our golf outing, our two fundraisers, or one of our couple of our fundraisers. Steve Cray for all his work in organizing the Senior Classic. Again, all the money that we receive from those events go into paying for our scholarships that we gave out today. I know they like to hide in the back. Mike Jocelyn and Nick Irochi, who started this thing 24 years ago. God bless you, because this is a great event, and we appreciate all of you have done over the years. And finally, to our audience, thanks for being here and supporting this great day. We do have a couple things. We can visit our website. It's theacbf.com. There's information on our Hall of Fame. If you feel there's somebody that should be in our Hall of Fame, you can go on there and nominate them. You can just follow the directions on how to do that. We're also on Facebook, so if you want to check us out and give us a like on that to help promote our organization and help continue support of Ashtabula County basketball. We are having our 11th annual Tom Henson golf outing, which is at Village Green Golf Course on Sunday, July 12th. That information is also on the website. If you would like to play or sponsor or make a donation, that information is on our website as well. And again, thank you all for making this a great day. Appreciate it.